Welcome back, and it is Matthias who has won the ball out the back and will have the honours in this one. Delighted to be joined by Dan Dawson.
Yes, thank you very much, Mace. The Reggae Boys on stage. We're reggae themed to the walk-ons for this one.
Well, we do have a ting strum ting this afternoon with Victor.
I like it. I'll wait till tomorrow for the Stephen Bunn ting. But Jeffrey Zwaan against Matthias Ehlers. It's another Euro Tour debut we have here. Or say another. We're going to have two back-to-back with Ehlers and then Oliver Müller, who both came through the host nation qualifiers. But Jeffrey Zwaan is very much a Euro Tour veteran. He's made nearly 36 appearances on the European Tour, 130. It's just there's been very little success over the last 2 or 3 years for him. But there's not been a great deal of success for Jeffrey, who is a 2-time PDC title winner and was the next big thing.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
He
first
was unbelievable back in sort
Game
of
on.
2018, 2019.
When he had a deep run in the match play, didn't he? Only stopped by Anderson, who went on to win it.
Yeah, semi-final run there. Beat Michael van Gerwen, beat him at the UK Open as well that year. He was on such an incredible upward trajectory, but a shoulder injury really set him back, and it's fair to say he's not really recovered. Astonishingly, I didn't even realise this, because he is a guy who dropped off the tour, got his tour card straight back, a couple of times actually, but he did so at the start of last year. He has not qualified for the Players' Championship finals since 2020. Now that is not in the top 64 in those floor events.
And the problem is, whatever injury he has had, the throw is so aggressive. And you can actually visibly see that the shoulder takes the shock of the aggressive release.
Yeah, you can see why he's had shoulder problems, but it's... look, Mace, if you're in his position as a lad who's not even 30, he's 28 years old, he's already had a shoulder problem, which you would think the way he throws the dart, which, I mean, it's an amazing throw. He's so effective when he's played well. And that wasn't just a flash in the pan. That was a long, long period where he was going better and better and better. But would you then have to think, well, maybe I do have to change how I throw? And that would be, it's like starting from scratch.
Yeah, I think if you're a new player, but that action is now just ingrained. It's automatic. He doesn't have to think about it. For me, it would be a case of probably he'll probably just be taking injections probably every 6 months or so, and it will be what it will be.
Yeah, I'm
59.
I don't know what state his shoulder's in. He
124.
might be completely fine now. He just has to work his way back into some sort of form and consistency, but he does need to do that.
Well, a player with another injury that I think is almost okay
56.
is certainly Dirk van Dijvenbode, because I did fear the worst, but fortunately he seems to have bounced back.
He's on the way back. He's not quite at the level he was a year ago
45.
when you can make a very strong case
So
for being the most dangerous player in the world.
He was hitting more 180s than anybody else.
So he
wasn't
was. Winning more games than everybody else at that time as well. And more titles at the start of last year. Well, Ehlers.
But it seemed to
44.
not necessarily go physically wrong
If
for
you
him,
require
but
140.
when he lost the World Series finals to Gezi Price, and I think mentally that hurt him.
90. Matthias, you require 24.
Got a 12. A 23 dart now, opening leg. 24 will do.
It's a little different to our previous game, that's for sure.
50. Matthias, you require 24.
Got a 12. Again.
Yeah, so Thursday,
Very little belief
Matthias
in any of that.
Second leg, Jeffrey to throw
Zwaan.
first. Game on.
Just talk me through that shot that he had. He had a 68 checkout, and he's looked at the treble 20 to leave double 4, and he's gone into the 5, so he's got 63 left. Now, most players go for the 13, which would left bull. He has tried to hit the 25 to leave double 19.
48.
How do you feel about that one?
Answers on a postcard, Dan.
Well,
because
Sort of like it. It's a bit Whitlock. It's a bit weird, but there's thinking behind it.
yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan now of the players that on 74 with one dart in the hand going for the ball. I like that play because it makes sense.
Hit the 25, I believe, single to double.
It's all about the single to double. More so if you're tops players. It's creating that opportunity, single to double where there's not a blocker. Anything but 60. So if you can leave 59, 58, 57, so on and so forth, then that's the thinking behind that. And I'm a big fan, and of course we're seeing this again, another transition in the way players are counting. More so from Luke Littler. He now has this 4-turn psychology, so he makes sure after 6 darts he's got a route out in 6, which is something we've not seen.
A much better leg this from Jeffrey de Zwaan, and not a great deal coming back at him from Matthias. Obviously, we saw Franz Roach, one of the host nation qualifiers,
Jeffrey requires 62.
Railroaded 6-0 by Jermaine Watermainer.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that unless there's a danger of the overrun.
Games on the second leg. Jeffrey de Zwaan.
Now hanging around in this leg. De Zwaan levels things up with a 15 dart.
Game on.
Just the 10 darts less than leg 1. But this is the beauty of the Euro Tour. It's these opportunities players who wouldn't have got or may never get to play in front of a magnificent crowd, and for some players it's fulfilling their dream.
Yeah, and some players, it's the first steps on their journey to becoming important figures in the game. You know, the likes of Gabriel Clemens, Martin Schindler, saw those guys as host nation qualifiers on the European Tour, and they are currently the German 1 and 2. There are plenty of other host nation qualifiers whom we've not seen much of at all since their appearances, and sometimes multiple appearances.
Yeah, and it feels like there's a change in this one, because there's a lot of players that I certainly aren't familiar with, and I watch a lot of the Euro Tour.
93.
Well, in fact, it's my favourite tour.
You know it. You know the score.
I prefer it to the Pro Tour, but don't tell anybody.
Through to the Premier League. It's the best darts there is, my man.
435.
Zwaan just seems to have found his footing a little bit after that ropey opening leg.
Well, he himself will be lacking a bit of belief and confidence, so for him it's not only a physical rebuilding process but a mental one, because he would have lost a lot of matches he knows that he shouldn't be losing.
82.
Yeah, well, he's only won 4 matches from these 6 Pro Tour events so far this year. And losing does become a habit. Jeffrey de Zwaan is currently ranked just outside the top 70 in the world. Now, having won his tour card at the start of last year, you would think he's going to make up the money he needs to be in the top 64 come the end of the year. He's going to have a horrific year not to do so. But there are other first-time tour cards, like who's won their tour cards this year, who could force their way into the 64, and that just leaves
him out. Yeah.
It's no gimme that he's going to be in the top 64. And if you don't make things like Minehead, the Players' Championship finals, you've got a real problem.
Yeah, I mean, that for me is the double 16. Yeah, that for me is the acid test. If you miss out on that and you're into year 2 of your card, you're going to lose your card.
Well, 4 years, or 3 years running, he's failed to make time.
That's why he's had to go back to Q school. Ultimately, he is good enough to get his card back, but not consistent enough to retain it at the moment.
17 darter there means that Jeffrey de Zwaan goes into the lead with a breaker throw, and he is not quite averaging 80. That first leg is going to ruin the stats.
55.
But with the winner to face mighty Michael van Gerwen, the 3-time winner of this title, you know that Jeffrey de Zwaan is going to have to be
58
at it to have a chance of going any further in the competition if he wins this game. And so he wants to win it convincingly. He wants to show some good stuff. This is good stuff.
And MVG looks like he's just coming out the back of a bit of a slump. By his high standards, I hasten to add.
140.
Ehlers has got some support in here. And from Offenburg in Germany, 43 years old, turned 43 this week.
96.
If you'd like any more information on Matthias, I don't have any. That's pretty much it.
For a lot of the European players, and I'm
76.
sure a lot of the German players, because it is such a big part of the Euro Tour in Germany, these are the things that have wanted to take off the checklist.
100.
Yeah, Franz Roach, Matthias Ehlers, Oliver Müller, who will be next up against Richard Weinstraat. The other one, who we do know a lot more about, Mickey Unterbuchner.
Jeffrey require 110.
Yeah, he flirted with doing BDO stuff and PDC stuff, didn't he?
Chance disappears immediately for Jeffrey, who hammers another one into the 5 segment.
24.
Didn't Michael get his card
So
and then not really use it,
136.
didn't he?
That's a good question. I think that was the case. I'll have to double check. Ehlers is going to leave himself handily placed. And double 18 is the choice, which is interesting with the way his darts
86.
land. Doesn't look like the natural option to leave, but maybe that's better than tops, which was another option. Playing on the 18s. Double 7.
Yeah, it's on the forward leg. Jeffrey does
Nails that one for a 3-1
Good
lead.
legs, Matthias to throw first.
Yeah, 3 on the spin after
Game on.
losing a very edgy opening leg. Finishing 3 from 6. Just needing the referee to confirm. Is an odd leg, so it's your off, you're on it.
97.
He doesn't seem overawed by the occasion, that's for he looks comfortable up there.
No, but I think it is going to be a running
60.
theme in the European Tour this year, and Unterbuchner may be the man that bucks the trend here in Munich. We may see more from Matthias in this game, we may see more from Oliver Müller, another guy we've not had a look at on the Euro Tour before he was up against Richard Weinstraat. But with the way that they've changed the qualifying, they were giving 2 of the host nation spots to the highest 2 ranked players from the host country for the last couple of years. Something that's worked out very, very well. Now, that is not the case, so they are 4 spots for non-tour card holders. And that will mean that you're giving 4 spots in these tournaments, not to the best players from their nation. So you've got the likes of Daniel Klose and Pascal Ruprecht, for example, a couple of German players who aren't in this tournament, but you have got players who've never played PDC darts before.
95.
Now, it's an opportunity for them, yes, but it will drag the overall standard of the competition down.
Be an interesting qualifier if there's one in England.
140.
On-tour card holders. An array of players attending.
Well, I think there's plenty. There's a growing number in Germany. Oh, how about this? 180 to leave double 13. That's another new school approach. Leaving an awkward double, but went for it because he felt he was in with a better chance of getting the treble.
58.
You can always split this if you want.
Required 26.
Looks like he's straight at it. That's an aggressive double 4. Look, that's awkward. Trying to come around that dart. It's in the 13.
22. So as you require
his
86.
supporters are delivering every dart with him here.
Going on that segment to leave the ball. Well, he went very, very safe with that second dart.
Sensibly. I like that play.
Double 1.
No score.
He's allowed back to the board, Ehlers.
So as you require 25.
Put back within 1.
Yes, on the 5th leg, Matthias. Signated Jeffrey to throw first.
All right.
Game on.
a 180 in it from Jeffrey.
Well, he's won 2 legs in this game in 20 darts and 25 darts, Matthias Ehlers. Now, he's in the game. He's only a leg behind. But it's unlikely he's going to get 6 legs like that. He's going to have to get better.
93.
Would have been interesting. We had a David Schlingting losing out to Unterbuck there in what would be the semi-final of the qualifiers. That would have really continued the reggae theme for today. Under my Schlingting.
And known as the Turtle.
48.
Well, Bevan's just having a word. Kirk Bevins, that is. Our referee just having a word with Ehlers. I think it was about where he was walking back from the board.
Yeah, he was too narrow and too close to the exclusion zone. You've got before you get to the oche, you've got to try and step out of that area.
434.
You see it here. Yeah, he's just a bit tight.
Yeah,
probably down the pub, that's acceptable.
Yeah. It's a big old stage. Make use of it.
99.
You do always have to pass the duchy on the left-hand side, but not too close, just to continue our reggae theme.
Brilliant.
100. Jeffrey Rick 117.
One treble combo. Not going to happen. It's one treble for Matthias to get a dart at the bullseye.
Treble 18 here.
43.
Yeah, took a bit too long over that. Overthought it.
126.
Took himself out of it. 419s and ball. Here. Because his darts are at that angle, made it very difficult. He almost had to try and avoid the flight, but recovers well.
74.
Tense times for the Ehlers fans. And Zwaan finds double top, an obscure double top at that. Could be an important moment in this game.
Well, that's where experience helps. He didn't once think about losing the leg or add any pressure, just kept it very simple.
Yeah, 15 years his junior, Jeffrey Zwaan, compared to Ehlers, but so much experience.
45.
More than half a decade since he started winning PDC titles. He's been to the latter stages of major events. Looked like he might well go and win those major events. And while it has been a lean time for him these last few years, there could be a resurgence in the Black Cobra. If there is, everybody wins. Incredible player to watch when he's on song. We just haven't seen a great deal of it.
And he's had tour cards
57.
for 9 years. He's had 9 years experience. A high average of 115.62, a high TV average of 106.09.
I think that was at the match play.
Yeah, it was at the match play, yeah. 3-9 darters.
$58.
You say, still, in darting terms, a very, very young man.
We know how vital these European tours can be in terms of winning ranking money and big chunks of it. But Jeffrey Zwaan only qualified for 2 Euro tours last year. And now that they've made it harder for the likes of Zwaan to qualify for these, he is going to have to really pull his finger out to get into more of them and get to things like the European Championship. Again, another big TV tournament we've not seen him at for the last 3 years.
64. A
nice use of the board there from Zwaan to get down to a finish.
I think the PDC regarding the double 14.
Good.
I think they enjoyed that one. Beautiful finish.
His fans reacted more than he did.
Yeah, Jeffrey's got to watch himself here.
61.
The averages have now become very close. There's little between the two in terms of the numbers.
59.
Brilliant 1-4-5 finish from Matthias Ehlers. And he is in this game. Jeffrey Zwaan just giving himself a moment. I don't know if he felt Ehlers was walking back a bit too narrowly in that exclusion zone again. He's a player who wants to get on with it.
100.
And he does get on with it. Second maximum for the Black Cobra.
There's been a lot of talk lately of the exclusion zone.
140.
Slight ambiguity. No danger of Zwaan being in it, that's for sure. You've got to be in it. Not necessarily on it. You've got to be in it. You've got to have a foot in there.
45.
To be classed as being in the exclusion zone. As Michael likes to just have his tiptoes in it, doesn't he?
Yeah, MVG is certain. But there's an exclusion zone behind you. A lot you could be stood in that, and some players might even know you're there. It has no bearing. It's stopping your opponent getting to the oki, particularly if they stand over on the right-hand side. Which, I mean, he's quite central, to be honest, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
But if it was Bunting,
yeah,
Ehlers would be walking straight into it.
He would. But again, it's very tight. The referees, again, they have also got to give you that room to get around. But of course, they can't stand too far away because they can't afford to obscure their own vision.
99.
No.
Time to require 102.
This is a little chance here. He's just taken out a 145. So 102 is child's play. Double 16. We have a level game. It is back-to-back 10+ finishes. And the host nation qualifier has dragged himself back into this.
Game on.
Back-to-back legs. Look at them. Oh, the roof will come off this place.
60.
Well, he's had a little pocket of fans who've been cheering him on, but now the rest of the crowd have started to believe he could do this. He has the darts here.
85.
And with what we've seen so far, he might even be favourite from this position. He had the darts at the start of the match, obviously took a 1-0 lead even. But even then you're thinking there's enough time for Jeffrey Zwaan, the more established player. He will be the favourite to win this match. Right now it's a best of 3, and Ehlers is playing better than he has in the whole match.
And he's got the throw in 2 of them.
Yeah.
45.
Jeffrey's struggling here.
All those darts missed for a 4-1 lead for Jeffrey Zwaan.
He'll be thinking about every one of them right now. This man has grown in confidence. He may have thought, well, I'm up against it. But I think he has the look of someone who believes they can win.
And he has hit his last 3 darts at double, Matthias Ehlers. 2 of them at the end of 10+ combos. He has grown in confidence, he has got better, and Jeffrey Zwaan is in trouble.
70.
Big trouble. This is what sport's all about, isn't it?
For the bullseye.
Friends and loved ones.
Time to go 129.
Looking every dart with him. He seems really cool.
Really does. Oh no. Well, the chance of a 3rd consecutive 10+ finish has gone. But he has done the next best thing.
Jeffrey requires 170.
Oh, Jeffrey, done this many times. I'm going to do it this time.
96. Matthias, you require 50.
Lead for the first time since leg 1 is doubling. Over the last 3 legs has been outstanding. The 145 checkout in leg 7, the 102 in leg 8. I know it's only a 50 checkout, but he's pinned the double in 1.
Black Cobra bites back, but he has to hold and then break. If he fails to do either of those things, he loses the match. And there will be no meeting with Michael van Gerwen in round 2.
Well, ironically, Dan, the 2 legs he's it, Max is in.
Yeah, lost them both, didn't he?
Yeah.
One of them was that 5th leg where he missed all those doubles. Oh, no. We've already seen the double miss for a 9-darter today. Mike De Decker. Zwaan going 5 perfect into it, and then that one cannoning out of the ball. Looked like it had a chance.
60.
Had a match. Go the distance.
77.
We're going to see 3rd 10-darter of the day, or should I say the afternoon.
He has thrown 9 darts in this leg, 8 of them perfect. One of them looked perfect and bounced out.
It really would be a
Games
9, not a 10.
Well, it would have been an honorary 9-darter. In the end, he has to settle for an 11-darter, and we are going the distance. Can Jeffrey de Zwaan just keep doing that? The stuff he's done for the last minute or so. If he does it for another minute, he probably wins this game.
Matthias will just be on autopilot right now.
Just about keeps pace with him. Ehlers, who has shown not even a trace of nerves outwardly, surely he's feeling some on the inside.
57.
Zwaan, isn't it, on a lake that looks serene, but underneath the water, paddling like mad.
93.
That last start,
First 2 visits of this leg, de Zwaan has saved himself for the last dart treble.
The first reaction, and it was a smile.
Oh, how about this?
125.
He does give it a chance to Zwaan. He really hammers those darts into the ball. Should get to a finish.
98.
He is first to a finish, and in a match where he's already taken out 2 ton-plus checkouts, can Matthias Ehlers find a 3rd? Because he might need it.
Size 156.
2 treble 20s, double 18.
$62.
Just the 62. He is within
48.
striking distance. De Zwaan get 2 match darts. And that is enough. He gets over the line.